Acting Deputy National Commissioner Lieutenant General Hilda Sintumule has moved decisively to rebut allegations that she maintained an improper relationship with alleged crime kingpin Vusimuzi Madlala, filing a supplementary affidavit at the Matlanga Commission of Inquiry and declaring she is prepared to testify against under oath. In a statement dated Friday, 20th February 2026, Sintumule dismissed claims made by suspended Deputy National Commissioner Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya as false and retaliatory. It said, "I don't have a relationship with Mr. Madlala and I never had," adding that she has never solicited or accepted any personal benefit from him, including funding for a cosmetic procedure or donations to the South African Police Service. Her affidavit comes amid explosive testimony before the Commission, which is investigating alleged criminal infiltration and political interference within the justice cluster. What began as a probe into systematic corruption has evolved into a bitter public feud among some of the country's most senior police officials, exposing deep fractures at the top of SAPS. During his evidence in chief, Sibiya alleged that Madlala funded Sintumule's Brazilian butt lift surgery and that his company, Medicare 24, donated 10 refrigerators to the SAPS National Excellence Awards at her instruction. He claimed to possess WhatsApp messages in which she directed a colleague to invite Madlala to the ceremony, and further alleged that Madlala and his wife were guests at his private residence. Sintumule has flatly rejected each claim. While declining to litigate the matter in the media, she stressed her willingness to confront the allegations publicly before the Commission. She said, "I have nothing to hide and I will go back to the Commission and address the allegations should I be called back." Notably, Commission transcripts indicate she was not directly questioned about Madlala during her early testimony, contradicting Sibiya's assertion that she had publicly denied any connection under cross-examination. The confrontation between the two senior officers appears to be part of a widening cycle of accusations. Sibiya has lodged a case of fraud against Sintumule with the Independent Police Investigative Directorate. He has also accused KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi of orchestrating efforts to damage his reputation. Mkhwanazi in turn has alleged that Sibiya received kickbacks from Madlala, an allegation Sibiya has categorically denied. He said, "I have never received, solicited or accepted any form of gratification, inducement, benefit or kickback from Madlala or any other person." Major General Lesitja Sinono has added yet another layer, alleging that Mkhwanazi offered to hold investigations into Madlala in exchange for information about Sibiya. National Police Commissioner General Vanema Semula has also denied meeting Madlala, describing such claims as lies. At the center of the storm is Madlala's company Medicare 24, which held the 360 million rand SAPS tender now under scrutiny. Allegations that business contracts were used to cultivate influence within the police service have shaped concerns that procurement processes may have been weaponized to shield criminal interest. The Commission's mandate stretches beyond individual reputations. Established in the wake of the Zondo Commission findings, the inquiry examining whether networks of corruption have undermined investigations, particularly into politically sensitive crimes. A key flashpoint is Sibiya's disbandment of the KwaZulu-Natal Political Killings Task Team and the seizure of 121 case dockets. Critics, including Sintumule, during her early testimony have described the move as procedurally flawed and damaged to active investigations. Families of victims argue that the decision stalled cases, allowed evidence to deteriorate, and give suspects room to evade arrest. Sibiya maintains he was acting on instructions from Masemola. However, documents presented before the Commission, including an email that did not explicitly order the task team's deactivation, have raised questions about that defense. Observers suggest Sintumule's early criticism of PKTT decision may have prompted Sibiya's allegations against her, fueling perceptions that the Commission has become a battleground for institutional score settling. Beyond the personal recriminations lies a broader crisis of confidence, with more than 25,000 murders going unsolved annually and over 300 politically linked killings recorded in KwaZulu-Natal over the past decade, the credibility of SAP's leadership is under intense scrutiny. Civil society groups and opposition parties have urged the Commission to act swiftly, warning that prolonged proceedings risk protecting the powerful while victims wait for justice. For Sentimule, the affidavit signals a strategy of direct engagement rather than deflection. For Sibiya and others implicated, the hearings represent a test of credibility in a process that could result in criminal referrals and sweeping institutional reforms, from digital docket tracking to stricter conflict of interest regulations.
Now, that is not the and I give you my own opinion and travel. Le team yabo. Igijima ngento esewrong.
Yeah.
Under the guise of this task team.
Nathi sikhona lapha siyaphandwa lapha siyaphenywa lapha.
Yabona njengoba and ngiyacabanga ukuthi eNatali I'm sure busy because this is where these things are cooked. What I find embarrassing, and you know, when I talk to people, sometimes you are complicit to crime being mutually complicit because le mfana bekayi-constable nini ngisa-HFD ngoba warrant ngoba ucaptain seka-colonel but uhamba la kuhamba khona uLucky.
Lucky ulomuphi?
Lucky umkhwana. So at some point there was into engathi bayarelate baze bayafana futhi ngathi they relate.
Fana nomkhwanazi?
Yeah, kakhulu futhi. So
and uyena lo suspect ukuthi uthathe imali.
Hayi ukuthi suspect uye lo uNPA ethatha imali but
ngithumela uShabalala.
Manje into engayi-understand ne ukuthi abakhuluma lo like bakhuluma ngathi benza into ezi-right like mina kuthi generally ngafunda ukuthi uba yisilima kuyanceda yabona ngoba mawusuka ubabonisa ukuthi uyabona kula wenza khona izitha so rather abacabanga ukuthi uhleli la abacabanga ukuthi uhleli khona but the same young Khumalo uyobhizi. I asked him the other day ngimbonise ngathi ufuna lona la bathi ngimuthathe ngathi wacishe ngawo cishe ngathi hawu so umkhwanazi ukuthumele ngala
ugijima ngami lo
so uthunyiwe because trust me at some point he was his driver ne mara ukuthi nje yela ungambona ufana no Lucky at some point I can't remember wathi no ngathi bayahlobana.
Meanwhile, the Pakistan businessman Imran Bhatt has filed papers requesting to appear before the Madlanga Commission. This comes after Pakistan businessman Imran Bhatt filed papers to the Madlanga Commission requesting to appear before it to clear his name after he was mentioned during the first day of Sibiya's testimony on Wednesday. During his testimony, Sibiya alleged that Bhatt was involved in human trafficking, but Bhatt refuted the claims. During his interview with the Newsroom Africa, he claimed he had opened a case of fraud against Sibiya in 2015. He accused Sibiya of lying when he testified that Bhatt was investigated for human trafficking and insisted that it was the other way around. He further stated that Sibiya was allegedly investigated for human trafficking. He said the Hawks head office investigated Sibiya's alleged involvement in human trafficking. He added that he has evidence he's willing to present before the commission. In a letter filed by his legal representatives, BFK attorneys, the letter reads, "It has come to our client's attention that evidence was given before the commission by Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya, in which our client is implicated and or referred to in a manner that on our instructions falsely implicates him in serious criminal offences. In keeping with the principles of fairness and the well-established rule of odi alteram partem, our client respectively seeks an opportunity to appear before the commission in order to place his vision on record under oath and to respond fully to any allegations or inferences arising from the testimony consent. His legal representatives accordingly requested that they will be pleased to liaise with the Honorable Chairperson of the Commission, Judge Mboiseni Madlanga, to make necessary arrangements for Mr. Bat's appearance before the Commission. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.